Dare to play. Hi, I'm Nancy Drew. This is my center of operations, my desk. Go ahead and poke around. If you want to know the particulars of how I do what I do, take a... This anagram from the Clues Challenge says I should go check out the thermostat at the old town hall. Who's there? Is that an ice cube? What's happening? Oh no! I've got to get out of here! Come on, open up! It won't open. Come on, open up! I'm trapped. Time to get out of here. I need to get out of here fast. I'd better hurry.
Nancy Drew, what made you decide to burn down the old town hall?
I didn't.
Did you work alone? Who helped you?
What do you mean work alone? I didn't do anything.
Was this politically motivated?
Of course not. I would never.
Back off. No press until we take statements. Please state your name for the record.
Nancy Drew.
Where were you when the fire broke out?
Inside the building.
What were you doing there?
I was following a lead for the Clues Challenge.
Was there anything strange about the way the fire was burning?
It started really quickly.
What was the color of the smoke?
Black.
Did you notice anything else out of the ordinary?
There was a snowflake-shaped ice cube on the thermostat.
Did you see anyone else at the scene before emergency crews arrived?
Deirdre Shannon, Alexei Markovic, Tony Scolari, and Brenda Carlton.
Do you believe someone intentionally started the fire? If so, who?
Oh, yes, I just don't know who did it. I'm not making it up, I promise.
There you have it. A former hero and city icon, rendered speechless. And speechless is the word of the day as onlookers struggle to come to terms with the brazen destruction of the beloved town hall by none other than the girl detective they had once trusted their lives and livelihoods to. Truly a sad day for River Heights. With Heights 9 News, I'm Brenda Carlton. Back to you, Jim.
I still can't believe that happened. You could have been really hurt.
I know. It's lucky that no one else was there.
Did you even see what started the fire?
Yeah, it was really strange. There was this snowflake-shaped ice cube on the thermostat. Oh, hang on. There's someone at the door. Chief McGinnis?
My hands are tied here, Nancy.
What are you talking about?
Nancy Drew, you're under arrest for arson in connection with the town hall fire.
I had nothing to do with that.
You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say or do can and will be held against you in the court of law. You have the right to speak to an attorney. Drew, you're free to make a call.
You've reached the personal line of Carson Drew. Please direct all business matters to the firm switchboard.
Hi, it's Nancy. I'm in jail. I really could use your help right about now. Please call me as soon as you can. Wait, I don't know if I can even get phone calls in here. I guess I'll keep trying you. When you get this message, don't freak out, okay? You don't need to book the next flight home. At least, not yet. I got a note telling me to go to town hall, and when I got there, it just burst into flames. They think I did it. I think this might be one of those situations where I can admit that I might need a little help. I guess I better get going now. I'll try you again soon. I should call my friends. Ned, it's Nancy.
Nancy, what's going on? How are you?
All right for now. I'm not going to be able to get out of here until I can prove that I'm not the one who set the fire.
We'll do anything you need to help get you out.
I knew I could count on you. Remember that wiki we were using for the clues challenge?
The program on our phones, right?
Right. Let's all use that to keep in touch. All case information and big clues should show up there.
Good idea.
There's something I need right away.
Just name it.
The reason I went to the town hall was because I was led there by a note. I need you guys to find that note and drop it off at the station for me. I think it might have fallen out of my pocket when I escaped the fire.
Consider it done.
Can you please take care of Togo until I'm out?
Way ahead of you. Since your dad and Hannah are out of town, George is watching your house.
How's Togo doing?
Pretty upset, but George's mom is taking care of him back at their house.
Great. One less thing to worry about. Bye.
Goodbye.
Hello?
George, it's Nancy.
Nancy, what's going on? How are you?
All right, for now. I'm not going to be able to get out of here until I can prove that I'm not the one who set the fire.
We'll do anything you need to help get you out.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. Hello?
Bess, it's Nancy.
Nancy, what's going on? How are you?
All right for now. I'm not going to be able to get out of here until I can prove that I'm not the one who set the fire.
We'll do anything you need to help get you out.
I'm passing the case to you, Bess.
Time to help Nancy. This is the note that Nancy wants. I can't get way up there. That is crazy. I should call Nancy.
Were you able to find the note?
Yes.
Great. If you can put the note in the drop box at the police station, I'll pick it up and take over from there.
You take the lead now.
Nancy Drew, taking over.
Listen, I'm just doing my job here, Nancy, but I don't see any need to keep you locked up. If you want to prove your innocence, I'm not gonna stand in your way. This is a police station. Don't let me catch you messing with anything. Get me? Don't let me catch you. One more thing. We've got an evidence board in the station we track cases with. If any compelling evidence were to show up regarding your case, I would consider taking a look. This is the case board. Track your case on it. You got enough to pin this on someone else? Push that button and give me a call.
It would have been nice if they had focused on any other suspects. snacks. Oh, Hannah, you always know how to cheer me up. Yum. I need to find the password. Maybe it's somewhere around here. I need to use the public line to make a call. There's no card in here.
So, you're calling to say you lost the evidence locker key? Oh, that's some great police work there, rookie.
I'd better listen in.
Where'd you see it last? Pancake City? I don't recall Pancake City being part of your beat. Go find that key.
I should send someone to Pancake City to find that key.
Is there a lot of crime in Pancake City? Well, it's good to know you're keeping the mean streets of Pancake City free from crime. No, it doesn't make me less angry to hear you're embarrassed. Go find that key. Flip Pancake City over if you have to, but find that key. You did not just ask me if that was a pun. Do I make puns when I'm angry? No. When I'm angry, I ask rhetorical questions and fire rookie detectives.
What's up?
I need your help finding a key.
All right, what's the story?
I need to get into the evidence locker. Detective Ryan lost his key. I need one of you guys to find it.
Any idea where we should look?
Yes, try checking out Pancake City.
Sure thing.
I found the police investigation board.
Perfect.
It looks like we're on the right track so far. They've narrowed everything down to just a few suspects.
Who did they suspect?
Tony from over at Scoop, Alexi from the antique store, Brenda Carlton, and Deirdre, and, of course, me.
Good. We'll keep an eye on all of them. Except you. I've got you crossed off my suspect list.
I'm passing the case to you, Ned.
Time to help Nancy.
Hello.
Are you the Alexi from the old stories around here?
That was a long time ago.
I can't believe that's actually you. You are the original kid detective. You should advertise that. Put it on your sign or something.
That's not who I am now.
But it's something to be proud of.
Just let it go. It's my past, not yours.
Did you hear about the fire?
Of course.
What do you know about the old town hall fire?
No more than anyone else.
Goodbye.
Good day.
It looks like I won something. This could be useful.
Detective Ryan, I think you said he was going to Mabel Rose's?
Detective Ryan? I think he went to the antique shop.
Hello?
Have you seen Detective Ryan?
The 12-year-old cop. Yeah, he's been here. He left something behind. Did he leave it behind to torment me? Possibly not. Is it tormenting me? Yes, it is. Can't figure the blasted thing out. It's on the new arrival shelf.
Goodbye.
Bye.
There's a key under there. Got it. Hopefully this is the key that Nancy was looking for. Hello?
Hello.
Will you help us let the town know that Nancy's innocent?
I'm not fully convinced that's true. Plus, that's not how things work.
But she is innocent.
Then why is she in jail?
Because she's been framed.
I've been working the crime beat here for a while, so I can safely say that people claim they've been framed all of the time. So far, not one has been able to prove it.
That's why we need your help.
I do the news, not charity. Plus, this is a good story. A heroine falls from grace. A once grateful town turns its back. The final clue is found. Listen to how good that is. I don't even have to try to make the story interesting.
Aren't you worried about seeing justice done?
No, I'm a reporter. If people cared about seeing justice done, I'd report on it. But they don't, so I don't.
Can you tell me what happened at the fire?
Are you asking me for my statement?
Yes.
I already gave that to the police.
I'd just like to hear it from you. We're asking everyone.
Oh, good luck with that. Now, let's get to brass tacks. What's the real story with Nancy Drew?
She's not guilty.
It's not up to me to decide innocence or guilt. It's up to the public.
Actually, it's up to the courts.
Officially, that's true. But the court of public opinion makes its verdict before the actual courts can even schedule a hearing. Guess which one matters more?
Were you writing a story about the fire?
Writing? Yes, I was writing a story and broadcasting and webcasting and macro and micro blogging. I own this story.
Are you going to continue reporting on the fire?
If I didn't, I wouldn't be doing my job. The fire is the biggest thing to happen here since Old Man Crowley's will was found.
Good. I need your help. I need to know everything you know.
In my line of work, you have to work for the answers. If you want to talk to me, you're going to have to give me some good info about Nancy.
I don't like the sound of that.
As my dad always used to say, "What are you gonna do, cry about it?" You ready to do this or what?
Sure.
All right, do your worst.
Who would want to see the old town hall burned down?
Don't know, don't care. Has Nancy always been interested in starting fires, or is that a recent development?
Actually, you didn't answer my question.
So, you're reluctant to say. Probably not a recent thing then. Tell me about Nancy's dark side.
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about Nancy. Okay, my turn.
Wait, you didn't let me ask a question.
Yes, I did. You asked me what I was talking about, and I said Nancy. Speaking of Nancy, is it true that she's been known to skirt the law when she's on a case?
No.
So then she just flagrantly breaks the law. Good to know.
Stop, that's not what I said. I don't want to be interviewed. I just need to find out what's going on with Nancy.
Okay, all right. I'll put the kid gloves back on. Everyone in this town is so shy. I'd kill for a little verbal sparring now and again. You gotta be primed and ready for the big time. And I get nothing here.
So you're looking to move on in your career?
Yep. Believe it or not, this backwater burg doesn't cut it for me.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Ned! How's it going?
What do you think of Brenda?
Seeing her makes me want to invest in hair salons and plastic surgery.
You don't seem like a fan.
Oh, I'm a huge fan of the whole Heights 9 news team. When news breaks, who will be boring about it? Ugh, I just sort of hate her.
Why?
She's just always so chipper. I hate it. Write down in your notebook that I hate that.
Any other reason?
My dad made her hit list a year back. She just makes stuff up. She dresses up and does hidden camera stings in these ridiculous outfits. Hey, didn't she dress up as Nancy once?
I don't know.
That's not normal behavior there.
Can you tell me about Alexei?
What's everyone's deal with him lately? I don't really know much. Apparently, he was accused of some crime when he was younger. No one really trusts him now.
What crime?
I really don't know. Probably something creepy. I mean, he does work in an antique shop.
Thanks. Bye.
Later.
What's up?
What do you think Brenda is up to?
Shh, sorry, can't talk about this now. Suspect is on the move. Wait, false alarm. Suspect is just grabbing a snack. Suspect loves snacking.
How's the stakeout?
Pretty good. I don't think she's on to me. On a related note, I have no idea what she's doing.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Hello.
Can you tell me what happened during the fire?
It's still an open investigation. I can't give that information out to just anyone. I am a city official, so I have a certain responsibility here.
Is there anything at all you can tell me about the fire?
Obviously, it's a sad moment in the town's history, but the way this community has responded really shows off what's great about this city and this country.
What do you know about Nancy Drew's arrest?
It's sad for her and for this town. A lot of people put their faith and trust in Nancy, and she's really let a lot of people down.
But she didn't do anything.
It's not up to me to decide that. I just know what I've seen. I know that the police force here doesn't take anything lightly. If they've made a decision, I have to stand by it. Oh, excuse me, I have to go get this delivery.
Why would Toni have these? This is just like what Nancy saw at the fire. I need to find the right tools to open this lock. That's an accelerant. We found Tulene in Tony's store.
Excellent work. Tony is starting to look like a promising suspect.
How's the investigation coming?
All right. It looks like I'm going to be able to use some of the equipment around here. If I don't get caught, that is.
I don't understand why they won't just let you out.
Since all of the evidence is stacked against me, they want a little proof that I didn't do it.
Still, it doesn't seem fair.
Trust me, I'm with you on that one.
What was it like being in the fire? Were you scared?
Absolutely. It just spread so quickly. Whoever set that fire knew what they were doing.
From everything we've been hearing, you're lucky to be alive.
Until we catch the arsonist, the station might actually be the safest place for me.
You should take over.
Nancy Drew, taking over. Looks like I need a key. I'd better find a way to listen to this. All right, my phone.
Is the world ending? If the world is not ending, whatever you gotta say can wait.
It's Nancy. I just have a quick question.
Drew, it is not chit-chat hour. Some of us have work to do, and some of us are currently being detained and should act accordingly.
Got it.
Hello?
Ned, I'm going to need your help with something.
You name it.
I need you to help us out with Deirdre.
How so?
You know how she's always flirting with you?
Oh, no, she's not. She's just nice.
Right, nice, but only ever to you. Does that sound strange?
No, I'm a very pleasant person.
Ned.
I know you're right. It's just a little weird.
It's a lot weird, but this is a desperate times situation.
What do you need me to do?
Pour on that trademark Nickerson charm. See what info you can pry out of her.
You're sure this is okay with you?
I'm not the jealous type, and also I'm in jail and would like to get out.
Those are solid points. You got it.
I'm passing the case to you, Ned.
Ned, reporting for duty.
Ned! How's it going?
Hi, Deirdre. I'm fine.
You certainly is. Are you joining me?
Actually, I just need a little more information from you. Nancy's in trouble.
Sigh. Nedstifer, that girl doesn't deserve you. But I'll help, because I'm wonderful, right?
You could say that.
Great, because I did.
Could you tell me about what happened at the fire? Please, it's really important.
Nedgar, I've been over this with everyone a million different times. I can't believe I'm saying this, but I am actually bored of talking about that fire that I saw.
Please, for me?
Okay, for you. I was out jogging and I saw the fire.
I didn't know you were a jogger.
Yeah, I'm into all of that health stuff.
So then what happened?
I saw a bunch of smoke. Brenda Carlton was there, and the antiques guy. Nancy, too.
Did you notice anything strange?
That's a negative.
Do you really think that Nancy was behind the fire?
Don't know, but I do know it's looking pretty rough for her right now.
Why were you at town hall at the time of the fire?
I just was.
You must have been there for a reason. What was it?
Fine, just stop giving me that desperate look. I can't handle it. I was following Nancy.
What?
I thought she was cheating, since you guys were so far ahead. So I followed her and found a note someone left for her. I intercepted it. It had a time and a place, so I went. Nothing happened.
Do you still have the note?
Yes, here.
Did it come in that bag?
Yeah. It was raining pretty hard that night. Whoever left it must have wanted to make sure it wouldn't get ruined.
Thanks. What do you think about Toni?
She's got a lot of pull in this town. Who knows what she could be trying to get away with?
Goodbye.
Bye.
Hello, how can I help you?
What's with the snowflake ice cubes?
They're the cutest. Deirdre sent me to the novelty shop, and when I saw them, I just about died. I said, Toni, you get those and you put them in your shop. Don't think twice.
Can you get them in any other shops around here?
Nope. Only right here.
Nancy saw a snowflake ice cube, just like what you use here, at the fire's point of origin.
That's some compelling evidence. Does she still have it?
Why do you have paint supplies here?
It is a never-ending battle to keep this place up. I get a lot of traffic in this shop, and I am constantly fussing and fixing up this place. It never ends.
Are you running for a new term?
Yes.
How's that coming?
It gets harder every election cycle. People will do anything for money or exposure. You have to play hardball to stay alive out there.
Bye.
Bye.
the lock-picking kit. Might just do the trick. It's locked! Can't see inside. I need to figure out how to crack this kind of lock. I can't use my phone here.
Okay, so it sounds like Nancy really needs us. We're gonna have to work together. Don't forget, we're not alone. Even though Nancy can't get out to help us, she's still working the case. We need to make sure we're getting her the evidence that she needs. If we get stuck, it might be good to check in with Nancy to see how she's doing.
Goodbye.
Bye!
Can't use my phone now.
Hello?
How do I use the lock-picking kit?
There's a guide in my room. It's tough, but I'm sure you'll be able to get the hang of it very quickly.
Deirdre gave me a note. She said it was just like the one that led you to the fire.
Great! I have some dusting kits in a locked cabinet in my room. I'll put my keys in the drop box for you.
Thanks. Bye.
See you later.
I can't do that now.
Hi.
You should take over.
I'm on the case.
State your name for the record.
Deirdre Shannon.
Where were you during the fire?
On the side lawn.
What were you doing in the area at that time?
I was out jogging.
Did you notice anything strange about the way the fire was burning?
The strangest part was that the building was on fire.
What color smoke did you see?
I don't know. Smoke-colored smoke?
Did you notice anything else out of the ordinary?
Yes. It took a very long time for the fire department to arrive.
Do you really want to start down that path with me, Shannon? Because I don't think you do. Did you see anyone else at the scene before emergency crews arrived?
No, I don't think I did.
Do you believe someone intentionally started the fire? If so, who?
I thought you had that part all figured out.
Please state your name for the record.
Antonia Scolari.
Where were you when the fire broke out?
On the side lawn.
What were you doing there?
Canvassing the area. It's election season, which reminds me. Let's chat when you're done here.
What was the color of the smoke?
Is this the thing I need to know? Couldn't really tell. I can tell you that it did not smell great.
Did you notice anything else out of the ordinary?
For an old abandoned town hall, there sure seemed to be a lot of folks hanging around.
Did you see anyone else at the scene before emergency crews arrived?
Yes. Brenda Carlton, Nancy Drew, Alexi too. And it's not the first time I've seen him creeping around that area.
Did you believe someone intentionally started the fire? If so, who?
Whoever it was is going to pay. I'll see to it personally.
State your name for the record.
Brenda Carlton, Heights 9 reporter.
Where were you when the fire broke out?
I was working that beat, so I was in the neighborhood.
What were you doing there?
Working? I already said that.
Was there anything strange about the way the fire was burning?
I've covered a lot of fires, and they all look different. I wish I could tell you more. The main takeaway here is that thankfully no one was inside at the time.
What was the color of the smoke?
That I know. It was a nice, thick, almost supple gray. It really popped nicely with the light setup I was using. Usually you see thin black strands that are hard to pick up on camera. This was nice. Really looked sharp.
Did you notice anything else out of the ordinary?
Yes, Nancy Drew exited the building while it was burning.
Did you see anyone else at the scene before emergency crews arrived?
Yes, Nancy, of course. The Shannon girl was there. Councilwoman Scolari and Alexi, the owner of the antique store, were there as well.
Do you believe someone intentionally started the fire? Who?
In my line of work, we're not allowed to jump to conclusions. But when Nancy Drew strolls out of a burning building looking guilty, I'd say you've got your answer right there.
State your name for the record.
Alexei Markovic.
Where were you when the fire broke out?
I was out for a walk in the area.
What made you go for a walk?
It was a nice night. Do I need any more of a reason?
Was there anything strange about the way the fire was burning?
Well, the whole thing was strange. That fire shouldn't have taken hold. The sprinkler system should have kicked in and doused it.
What color smoke did you see?
Black.
Did you notice anything else out of the ordinary?
Such as what? The entire vent was strange by nature.
Who else did you see at the fire?
I saw some people. I don't know. There was a lot going on. It was hard to focus.
Do you have reason to believe that someone would have started the fire on purpose?
Absolutely not. That building is the heart of this town. There isn't one person in this town cruel or reckless enough to destroy it.
Hello?
I'm passing the case to you, Ned.
Time to help Nancy. I already have a fingerprint kit. How did this end up at the crime scene? This looks like a good place to dust the note. Got it!
What's up?
You should take over.
Nancy Drew taking over.
Hello.
I need you to take over.
I'm on the case. That is so good. I already have one.
Hello?
What do you know about Toni?
Well, she's on the city council, so she's either corrupt or deeply immersed in the corrupting process.
Not everyone in politics is corrupt.
Seriously? Where's your youthful cynicism? Yes, all politicians are corrupt.
Why do you distrust politicians?
Because they don't care about people like you and me. When they're running for office, we're just votes to buy. Once they're elected, we're just collateral damage for whatever or whomever's buying them off.
What do you know about Brenda?
The reporter? She was in here pestering me earlier today, too. Are you all taking turns or something? Send the next guy in with a sandwich, would you?
You're not a very chipper person. Why's that?
I once was.
Really?
Oh, yeah. I had a lot of fun in life. I had friends. I met the girl I was going to spend the rest of my life with.
Okay, then what happened?
What do you care? You some sort of tourist in other people's misery?
No, it's just, this shop is pretty cool. It seems like you'd be happy to run something like this instead of grumpy.
You'd think that. I was happy, but one time, just once, I tried to speak truth to power, and man, if I didn't pay the price.
What does that mean?
It means my life has been a cruel joke. Try as you might, it's hard not to let that influence your general mood.
What happened to end your career?
Well, when you make it your business to tell the truth, you make a lot of people mad. That's what happened to me. I was 20. I'd been around the block a few times, been working my own cases for 10 years at that point. I'd seen it all. I'd been kidnapped, knocked out, hexed, cursed, locked up in a trunk, you name it. But I always nabbed the baddies. Always. That is until I turned in J.P. Bennington for cheating his way into City Hall. The Bennington family was very powerful in those days. Still is. In fact, Tony's brother-in-law is a Bennington.
What happened?
He accused me of stealing one of his father's priceless antiques, this ancient magnifying glass that was supposedly used in the drafting of the town charter. Supposedly belonged to one of the town's founding fathers.
Why didn't you just say you were innocent?
Ooh, that's a really good idea. I did. In hundreds of ways, to anyone who would listen. It didn't matter.
That's not fair.
No, it isn't. My life was just beginning. Then in a blink, I was cut off at the knees. No one trusted me, no more cases. I lost everything. I wanted to see the world. I was going to. Then, just like that, he took that from me. Now I try to bring a little of the world to me when I can. But look around. This isn't enough.
What happened to Bennington?
He slandered me in the press, and people forgot about how crooked he was. He got into City Hall. His career took off, he became a judge, and moved on to the big time. Bye-bye, River Heights.
Goodbye.
Good day.
I need to find a way to get Alexi to leave.
Hi.
You've impersonated Nancy in the past, haven't you?
Possibly. I've done some crazy things to get a story. It's part of the job.
How crazy?
I can't give away my methods. A lot of what I do is setting up a trap and seeing if anyone falls for it. And when they do, wham! See you at 11 'cause you just got 9'd.
That's not exactly news.
Nope, it's better. It's actually interesting.
Deirdre said she intercepted a note intended for Nancy.
What do you mean?
She was following Nancy and snagged the note.
So someone was trying to lure Nancy to the fire with a note?
Yes, exactly.
What's to say she didn't write the note herself? I've seen that sort of thing before.
What's to say she did?
Basic logic. I couldn't possibly be guilty. Look at this note that anyone could have written. It's desperate.
You didn't treat us fairly in the articles you wrote.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did I change what you said?
No, you took what was said out of context.
It seems that way, but trust me, it's not what happened. It's common for subjects to be nervous and forget what they've said. You can't blame me for that. You'll get better. Anytime you want to practice, let me know. We could talk about Nancy.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Hey there. Didn't expect to see you here. I thought you'd be jailing it up with that firebug friend of yours. Shouldn't you be baking her a cake with a saw in it or something?
Hi, Dee Dee.
Deirdre. I know it's got that tricky second syllable, but I figured it out by age 2. Don't give up. You'll get there.
I think you look like a Dee Dee.
And I think you look like you got dressed in the dark. If you want to talk to me, and let's face it, most people do, don't call me Dee Dee.
Where were you during the fire?
Are you investigating me? That's so cute. You were just priceless.
I'm serious. Where were you?
I was in America.
Can you be a little more specific?
I was in the United States of America, present day. True story.
You're not helping.
If you think that I'd set the fire, then you are beyond helping.
Sooner or later, you're going to have to tell me what happened that night.
Or what? You can't make me do or say anything. I know my rights.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
George, look. She's refusing to move. All I want to do is snoop through her stuff, and she's making that impossible. Can you help? Go make her move.
Ugh, fine.
What's up?
Would you like to go for a walk somewhere?
No.
Okay, good talk. Goodbye.
See ya!
Hello, how can I help you?
Do you know much about Alexi's past?
I do.
He mentioned that he used to be a detective like Nancy.
Wow. He's usually pretty secretive about that. Did he mention that he let the power go to his head and stole from the people he was supposed to be helping? The town turned on him. He lost all his friends, and even his family practically disowned him.
He says he was framed.
In all this time, he's never proven his innocence. Must have been quite the detective.
He still seems upset about it.
Very upset. Very bitter about the whole thing. Did you know he's been jealous of Nancy all these years? She got what he wanted, and he hates it.
Do you think Alexi's the type to try to frame Nancy?
He might be. I wouldn't rule that out.
See you later.
Come again.
Hi.
I think we're going to have to use our secret weapon against Deirdre if we want to get to the bottom of things.
You might be right. I'll talk to him.
It's your turn.
Nancy Drew taking over.
What's up?
I'm passing the case to you, Ned.
Ned, reporting for duty.
Hi.
We need some info from Toni. Can you take the lead since she likes you?
You got it. Better not do anything interesting when I'm gone.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Hey!
Is there any reason you'd have liked to see the old town hall burn down?
You guys just don't stop, do you? I did not start the fire.
How do I know you didn't forge the note you gave me?
Forge the note? Is forgery even a thing people do anymore?
Yes, it happens all the time.
That's stupid. I would have just typed it up, printed it out, cut out the middleman.
Bye.
Bye.
Hi, welcome. What can I get for you?
I'd like to order some ice cream.
I was hoping you'd ask.
This is good.
Hey!
Do you visit the novelty shop often?
Sure, I love that place. I demanded that Toni go there, and now she's super into it too.
Why do you go to the novelty shop so often?
We've been having a lot of house parties lately, so I go a lot. You know, it's a shame that you never come to our parties.
I've never been invited.
Consider yourself perpetually invited.
Thanks. Bye.
See ya!
Any big breaks?
Want some ice cream?
No, eating ice cream is my cover. But she's been here for like 10 decades. I've already had all of the flavors on the menu. Ugh, if this investigation doesn't stop soon, forget the new sundress I got. I won't be able to fit in my house.
Thanks. Bye.
Talk to you later.
Hello?
What do you think of Deirdre?
I definitely don't trust her, but I don't know what her motive would be for burning down Town Hall.
Do you think Deirdre could really be behind the fire?
We can't discount her. She's been trying to bring me down for years.
I'm turning the case over to you.
Nancy Drew, taking over. I'd better see what evidence the police have. They seized gasoline. I need to find out what was really used to start the fire. It looks like the alarm wasn't working at the time of the fire. I need to find out why.
Hi.
I need a sample from Town Hall to test for possible accelerants.
Okay, how do I do that?
You'll need to find a clean, all-glass container with a lid. It needs to be small enough to fit in the chromatograph. You're on your own for that, but I bet you can find it if you look around.
All right, check. Then as for the sample...
Try to get a sample as close to the point of origin as possible.
Point of origin?
Where the fire started. It was right near the thermostat.
We'll get it for you, don't worry.
The case report says that the town hall alarm was tampered with. Can you check it out?
You got it.
See you later.
See you later.
Hello?
Your turn to take over.
Time to help Nancy. I can't get up there. It's too high. Wow, Nancy was lucky to make it out unsinged. The alarm has been turned off. I'd better tell Nancy. I bet the point of origin is somewhere in this room. Looks like the fire started here. Better take a sample. Pretty competitive when it comes to Nancy.
If you say so.
Are you enjoying seeing her in trouble?
I'll be honest. I'm enjoying it a little.
Why?
She's so perfect at everything. It's like, save a little for the rest of us. My parents are always bugging me. Why aren't you more like that Drew girl? She's in whatever stand, just save the blah 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 from the who cares. It gets old. And anyway, don't you think that I'd like to be all jet set, dashing across the globe and getting curses put on me and meeting cute guys?
That does sound exciting.
Seriously.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Hi.
Bye.
See ya.
Hello?
The fire alarm at Town Hall had been switched off.
My dad knows the people who run the city alarm systems. I'm going to see if they can give us a little more information.
I'm turning the case over to you.
I'll take it from here.
Nancy, I just got your message. Are you okay?
I'm in jail, so things could be better.
Still?
Still, they're blaming me for the fire at Town Hall.
That doesn't make any sense. Why would they think you'd have anything to do with something like that? Are they treating you okay?
Well, so far.
I'm dropping everything and I'm coming home. Hang tight. I'll be there as soon as I can.
Dad, you don't need to rush home all the way from Australia. I can take care of this myself. I just need a little help.
Nancy, I've always thought you were very responsible, but this is not something you should try to take on yourself.
I certainly won't turn down help.
That's my girl. I've got a lot of favors to call in, so even though I'm far away right now, I'll be able to help. Right now, I'm going to see if I can't get you out of jail. I'm going to make some calls. Keep me updated.
Will do. I just found out something big about the alarm system. I think I need your help.
I'm at your disposal. What do you need?
I think that the alarm was disabled at the old town hall. I need you to look into it.
Now that is a big break. I think I may know just the person to talk to about that. Give me a call back in a few minutes.
Hello?
I need you to take over.
Time to help Nancy.
Salutations.
What's the story with this alarm key?
I have never seen that in my life.
I found it right here.
I don't know how it got there. I had nothing to do with this fire. Nothing. I'm not going through this again with you people. Once is enough.
What do you mean?
After all I've gone through, you want to hang me out to dry again. Well, it's not going to happen. You got it? Get out of my store.
What? Why?
I said leave!
Hi.
Why were you at the antique store?
Trying to get some background on Alexei. Didn't go all that well.
Why not?
He's not a fan of the media, and he's cranky, and he's old, and I broke one of his things on accident, and he would not let it go.
Have you turned up anything on Toni?
I'd love to. That's the only thing that could make this story better.
What do you mean?
Tragedy? Government cover-up? Now that's a national story. I would kill for Toni to be wrapped up in this.
Do you think Toni might actually be behind the fire?
My sense tells me no. But my ratings say please, please let it be her.
Why?
She looks all upstanding, but she's on the take. I mean, she just has to be.
What do you know about Toni and the fire?
I've got it on good authority that she was putting the squeeze on the police to take someone into custody. Didn't seem to care who took the fall, as long as it happened fast.
Did she push for Nancy to be arrested?
Doubt she even gave it that much thought. She wanted the fire off her list and in yesterday's headlines on the double.
What do you think of Nancy?
On the record or off the record?
Just honestly.
So off the record then. I think she's in big trouble and way, way out of her depth.
And on the record?
Well, gosh, she's just another example of what makes this town so special.
Thanks, bye.
Drop by if you've got any hot tips.
We found a fire alarm key at Alexi's shop.
Did he say anything about it?
He seemed pretty upset.
Really? What did he say?
He said that he didn't want to go through something like this again.
Interesting.
What do you think he meant?
I don't know. I'll ask my dad. He seems to know a lot about everyone in town.
I'm turning the case over to you.
I'll take it from here. Can't leave now.
Hello?
So, what did you find out about the alarm system?
You're right, it was switched off. According to my friend at Heights Security, the alarm was disabled on site at 2:17 the afternoon of the fire. I hope that helps.
You bet it does. Thanks. What exactly is Alexi's story?
He was just like you, a very popular detective. He used to be known as the Magnificent Markovic.
That's him?
Sure is. Or was, I guess.
No fee too small, no case too big? Huh, I guess I always thought those were just stories.
Who knows how true those stories were? It was a long time ago.
Any luck getting me out of jail?
No such luck just yet, but I'm working on getting a ticket home.
You don't need to do that. I'll figure this out.
There's no way I can stay here knowing what you're going through back home. I'm getting a ticket home ASAP. You won't change my mind.
Thanks, Dad.
It's the least I can do. I talked to the chief. He's not going to budge.
Oh, shoot.
But look, you do whatever you need to do until I get back. I trust your judgment. If you run into any trouble with the chief, come to me.
Okay. What do I do if I can't clear my name?
Don't worry about that right now.
It's a little hard not to.
If it comes to that, you let me worry about the court proceedings. I'm not going to let anything bad happen to you.
I guess I'm lucky that I have a prosecutor for a father.
And I'm lucky to have a daughter who only rarely goes to jail.
Dad!
Okay, I'll upgrade it to almost never. Don't worry, you're not guilty and you've got me in your corner. We'll get through this.
I should get going.
Take care.
I need to figure out which accelerant matches these figures. Can you take a look at this?
Be right there for an evidence check. Not yet. Keep working.
That's done. Still have to do that. Check. 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 That's done. Check. Still have to do that. That's done. Did that. Can't check that off yet. Check. Can't check that off yet.
Nancy, hi.
I need help interpreting some sample data.
All right. What do you need?
I have data from a gas chromatograph, but I don't know what the output means.
I think I may have just the thing you need at the office. I'll have it dropped off to your friends just to be sure it gets to you.
Perfect. I'll have my friends keep an eye out on the fireplace mantle for the delivery. Thanks. I should get going.
I'll see you soon.
Nancy, what's up?
I just spoke to my dad. He said the alarm at Town Hall was disabled at 2:17 the day of the fire. Can you check everybody's alibi at that time?
Totally. We'll figure out where everyone was when the alarm was disabled.
I got a partial fingerprint from the note Ned got from Deirdre. If we can get a match against one of the suspects, I might be able to get out. Can you find a way to get prints from everyone?
Yes, we'll get right on it.
It's your turn to take the case.
I'm on the case.
What's up?
Where were you at 2:17 on the day of the fire?
I was out on the clues challenge, same as you. Don't believe me? Call Jessica, 555-2741, or Holly, 555-6388. Bye. Goodbye.
Well, hey there, kid. How are you holding up?
I'm okay.
Sorry to hear about your friend. Never expected something like that from her. This must have been pretty rough on you.
She didn't do it, really. You've got to believe me.
Bess, I believe you. I believe that's what you think. We never know what someone is capable of until it's too late.
She's innocent. Really innocent. I know it.
All right. I wasn't trying to upset you, Bess, I promise. You're very protective of your friends, and that's a good thing. She's got a lot of evidence stacking up against her right now. You can't deny that.
Can you tell me where you were at 2:17 on the day of the fire?
Here.
Do you know anything about Brenda and Nancy?
I don't have to tell you, there's a lot of animosity on Brenda's end. Between you and me, Brenda's still furious about the Antiquities of the Ancient World special.
The traveling exhibit that Nancy found out was full of fakes?
That's the one. Brenda broke the story herself. Word is, she had negotiated a special with one of the cable channels. But when Nancy broke the story, the cable people killed her special. Brenda went full out ballistic when she heard. I don't know if this is true or not. They say one of the Heights 9 news interns went home that day with a broken arm.
What?
That's the rumor. One thing I know, she hates Nancy. Big time.
Why did you close the shop yesterday?
Oh, Bess, it's not good. It's just me. I had to let the staff go.
I'm sure it'll pick up.
Thanks, Bess. I hope you're right.
Ice cream, please.
I was hoping you'd ask.
How will you be paying for the vase you broke?
I don't know if I can afford it.
I don't like you. You break things.
I'm sorry.
Oh, did you hear that vase? She's sorry that you made the long trek from China to Europe where you survived 2 world wars and countless natural disasters. Only to be unceremoniously kicked to death by some space cadet for no reason! Not that that matters now that you are dead!
I'm sorry, it was an accident. I didn't do that.
Oh, well, if it was an accident, then I'm not mad.
Really?
I thought your generation was supposed to be good with sarcasm. Scram, kid! Give me some space to mourn! Do us both a favor and stay out!
Hi.
I understand that you were upset that Nancy ruined your big story about the antiquities of the ancient world show.
Yes, I was, but that's the business. I lose stories constantly. There's no such thing as a solid story until it hits the airwaves, and even then...
Wouldn't you want to get back at Nancy after she ruined your big debut?
I did. And then I got over it. Do you have any clue how busy I am? I don't even have the energy to hold a grudge, and if I did, I'd never have time to do anything about it.
Where were you before the fire started?
Live and on the scene, as usual. I'm pretty sure most of the town saw the broadcast, and this story is on the fast track to national coverage.
You didn't answer my question.
I'm sorry, I'm working on a lead. I have to work on my notes.
Hi.
Until next time.
Later.
Hi, welcome. What can I get for you?
I know the case against Nancy looks pretty strong, but I consider you a friend. Maybe you could help?
You're a good friend, Bess. Just make sure you're not sticking your neck out for someone who doesn't deserve your trust.
Where were you during the fire?
I really shouldn't be talking about this. Okay, this off the record?
Yes.
I was out canvassing the area, planting signs, shaking hands, the whole thing, you know? And suddenly, I see smoke and run to check it out. When I get there, the whole town hall is lit up, just like out of Hollywood or something. Unbelievable. That's where my first job was, you know?
You worked in Hollywood? That's awesome!
No, I worked in that building. That was a billion years ago. Oh, would you believe that back then I shared an office with Tommy Lindenson? He's city council upstate now. Such a cutie. Most of the good-looking ones are dumb as a big box of stupid, but not him. Hard to keep my eyes on my work when he was around. Listen to me. You don't care about that. The fire. That's what we're talking about.
Right.
I called it in, and then I waited for the fire department to show up. That's the end of that.
I thought you'd be a little more concerned about Nancy's arrest.
I know this is hard for you. I do. You brighten up my shop when you drop in, Bess. I hate to see you so upset. Of course I care, but what can I do?
Ice cream, please.
Of course.
Time to find some fingerprints. How you like me now? Can't open it.
Hello?
Hi. Deirdre Shannon gave me your number. Can I ask you a quick question?
Sure.
Where were you yesterday around 2 p.m.?
Hanging out with my friends.
Who was there?
Deirdre and Jessica. We were working on the clues challenge.
Are you sure about that?
Positive. You can ask Jessica if you want.
Sure. Thanks for your help.
Bye.
Hello?
Hi. Deirdre gave me your number. Can I ask you a quick question?
Sure?
Where were you yesterday around 2 p.m.?
Working on the clues challenge.
Who was there?
It was me and Holly.
What about Deirdre?
Ha! She was supposed to be there. Ended up coming hours later, as usual.
What do you mean by that?
Don't tell her I said this, but she's not a very good team member. She's never where she says she's going to be. She's always running around, and she'll never say where she's been. I shouldn't have said that. Don't tell her I said that. Oh, I have to go.
I'll let you go.
Bye. What's up?
I'm passing the case to you.
I'll take it from here. So that we can get her fingerprint.
Can do.
I'm passing the case to you, Ned.
Ned, reporting for duty.
Hey.
I was wondering if you...
Yes?
Maybe we could go grab some food together.
Yes, I would like that. I can't go out like this. I'm going to have to go get ready.
But you're out already.
Oh, Nedwin, I know you're used to spending time with Nancy Drew, but not all girls are like that. Some of us find better ways to spend our time than playing detective.
Yes, got it.
Hi.
Thanks, bye.
See ya.
What's up?
We need to check up on Deirdre's alibi.
You got it.
Brenda is doing some pretty aggressive reporting on Nancy.
No joke. We've got to wrap things up before she can do any more damage.
Why has Brenda singled out Nancy as the prime suspect?
Brenda will do anything to get her face on television. Nancy's big news in this town. Most people here at least know someone that she's helped out. The other suspects don't have the name recognition.
Are you sure it isn't something else?
I'm really not. The two of them have their history. This could be a personal vendetta, too. You've seen her undercover pieces. She's brutal.
We need to follow up on the fingerprint, but I'm not sure how to do that.
We need to drop off the fingerprints to Nancy at the police station once we have them.
I still can't believe Town Hall burned down.
I know. Nancy is really lucky she made it out. And there's something else we need to keep in mind. It's possible that whoever set that fire wasn't just trying to frame Nancy.
I hope not.
It was possible that they wanted her in there when the building burnt down. We can't dismiss it as a possibility.
How's Togo doing?
For the most part, good. But my mom told me he saw a picture of Nancy on television and just about lost his little doggy mind.
Poor dude. Tell your mom thanks again for watching him. I'm at a dead end.
We need to find everyone's alibi, like Nancy said. So let's go talk to everyone and find out what they were doing the day of the fire.
I'm starting to worry that we might not be able to do enough to get Nancy out of jail.
I know, I feel the same way, but we can't afford to be worried right now. Nancy needs us more than ever. Let's keep pushing forward on the case no matter what.
Thanks, bye.
Goodbye. What's up?
I'm turning the case over to you.
Nancy Drew, taking over.
Hi.
It's your turn to take the case.
George, reporting for duty.
How did it go? It doesn't look like it worked.
Brilliant observation. I see why you're the one doing the stakeout.
Ouch, uncalled for.
Sorry. I just want Nancy out, now. She must be getting worried. See you later.
See ya.
Hello?
I'm looking for a gift for my uncle. He's a real train buff. Can you help me find something special for him?
Now that's a question I like. You got it. I'm gonna go see what I got in the back. Just hold on.
Hello.
See you later.
Goodbye.
Hello? I'm turning the case over to you.
I'll take it from here.
What's up?
I'm passing the case to you, Ned.
Time to help Nancy.
Hello?
Do you have any antique radios? Maybe in the back room?
Sure.
Why would Alexei have an empty bottle of ether? Nailed it.
Hello.
Goodbye.
Drop by if you've got any hot tips.
What's up?
We found ether at Alexei's shop.
Really? That seems out of place at an antique shop. It's on the list of commonly used accelerants for fires. Good find.
I'm turning the case over to you.
Nancy Drew, taking over. Can you take a look at this?
On my way. That's not case closed.
Hi.
I need you to take over.
I'm on the case.
Hi.
Is there a way I could get in touch with you later?
Good question. Why don't you take one of my cards? My phone's always off when I'm on scene, but I check my messages constantly. I'll call back if it's important. If you want to talk about Nancy, off the record even, I'm always there for you.
Bye.
Goodbye.
You have reached the Heights 9 Action News Tip line for Brenda Carlton. Please speak clearly when prompted. To report breaking news in the North River Heights area, say yes. Otherwise, say no.
Yes.
You have indicated a breaking news story in the North River Heights area. Brenda Carlton will be notified directly. Goodbye.
Cool, got it. Acetone. That's one of the accelerants.
Hello?
I'm turning the case over to you.
I'm on the case. It's Brenda. I think I've got enough evidence.
Be right there for an evidence check. That's not case closed.
That's done.
Hi, Nancy.
It's your turn to take the case.
Bess, reporting for duty. That must be what Nancy's dad was getting for her.
Hi.
I'm passing the case to you.
I'm on the case. I need to check this against the chromatogram results. Which accelerant was used? Nope. Don't think so. The fire was started with isopropyl alcohol, not gasoline. Adding this to the evidence against me will help prove I didn't start the fire. I think I've got it. Can you come take a look?
Be right there for an evidence check. Not strong enough yet. Keep working on it.
Nancy, I'm so glad you called.
Do you remember Alexei Markovic? He was one of your first cases.
That was a long time ago.
Do you think he was guilty?
The case wasn't that simple.
Why not?
There was a lot of evidence stacked up against him. As a prosecutor, I couldn't just ignore it.
I know that, but did you think he was guilty?
It didn't matter what I thought. I could tell from the start that the jury wanted him locked up. It was a very strange case. I mentioned it to the judge, and he told me that I was too new to the courtroom to make that kind of judgment. I believed him.
And now?
Now, I don't know. I wish I had listened to my instincts back then. From that day forward, Alexei went on to be an honest member of the community. And the Bennington family went on to cause no end of scandal. That right there speaks volumes.
I should get going.
I'll see you soon.
Nancy, what's up?
I'm passing the case to you, Bess.
Time to help Nancy.
What's up?
It seems like your friends aren't as confident about where you were as you seem to think they'd be.
Between you and me, they're kind of dumb.
That's really mean.
You talked to them or something, right? I'm not wrong. Anyway, we're not for real friends. They're still in the 90-day trial period. I can return them in their original packaging at any time.
Catch you later.
Bye.
Hello, how can I help you?
Who did you see at the fire?
I saw Nancy, but you knew that. Saw Alexei, too.
Do you think Alexei would have started the fire?
Between you and me, that one's a walking cautionary tale.
What's that mean?
It's not my place to talk about it. Sorry, Bess.
Catch you later.
Bye.
Hello?
Any word on the sample?
Yes, it tested positive for isopropyl alcohol. It would take quite a bit to start a fire, so let's keep an eye out for a stockpile.
Until next time.
Goodbye.
Hi.
Until next time.
Drop by if you've got any hot tips.
Well, if it isn't history's greatest enemy, Did you come to burn my books or break my breakables?
I just want to ask you a question.
Well, the answer is yes. The question was, should I waltz myself out of the shop and never come back ever as long as I live?
You're really mean.
I can live with that. Now go make friends with the outside world.
Hello?
You take the lead now.
I'll take it from here.
Why do I hear knocking?
I'm sorry.
Hello?
Ned, I need your Ned's expertise.
I see what you did there. This is about Deirdre, isn't it?
Yes, we need to distract her. You have to ask her out on a date.
I have to what?
Just take her out for lunch. Stall her for a while.
But what if people see us? I'll get a reputation.
Ned.
Okay, I'll do it. It's weird, but I'll do it.
Thanks. I need you to take over.
Ned, reporting for duty.
What's the deal? I waited for you for an hour.
I'm sorry, I ran into traffic.
All right. Fine. Don't let it happen again.
Isn't that exactly the same thing you were wearing before you got changed?
No, it's completely different. I can't believe you didn't even notice.
I was wondering if you could go grab some food together.
Yes, I would like that.
Were you able to distract Deirdre?
Yes.
Great. I'll call Bess or George to go see if she's left anything behind.
Hi, it's Ned. I can't talk right now. Leave a message.
Hi, Nancy.
Ned's got Deirdre distracted. Can you see if she's left anything behind? Drop off anything you find at the station.
You got it.
I need you to take over.
Bess reporting for duty. This is from before the fire yesterday. We need to get this to Nancy.